The woman and her husband went to a countryside villa for a vacation. Seeking excitement, the husband handcuffed the woman to the bed. Unexpectedly, he suddenly fell ill and died, leaving the woman trapped on the bed for 5 hours. To free herself, she endured the pain, broke the bones in her hands, and pulled with all her strength. And to her astonishment, she succeeded. Overjoyed, the woman quickly jumped off the bed, broke the wooden headboard with force, and headed toward the door, ready to escape. But as she looked back in relief, she saw herself still sitting on the bed. The physical and mental stress had caused her to hallucinate. She closed her eyes, trying to calm herself. As evening fell, she knew she had to find a way to call for help. At that moment, she finally noticed the phone on the bedside cabinet. She shifted her body to reach it, but it was always just out of reach. Frustrated, she had to give up, and the struggle left her exhausted and parched. She remembered that before the incident, her husband had placed a glass of water on the wooden rack above her head. She moved her handcuffed hands upward, grabbed the wooden board, tilted it forward to see the cup, then slowly lifted one side so the water glass slid toward her other hand. After finally getting the cup, a new problem arose. Her hands were still restrained by the handcuffs, and she couldn't bring the cup to her mouth. Reluctantly, she put the cup back. Then she suddenly remembered that she had placed the tag from her new clothes on the rack earlier that morning. She quickly reached for it, found it, rolled it into a straw, and placed it in her mouth. Using her other hand, she grabbed the cup and greedily drank through the straw. But after 2 sips, she stopped. She didn't know how long she would be trapped, so she had to conserve some water, preparing for the worst. Watching the wild dogs gnawing on her husband's corpse, the bloody scene made her nauseous. Hours passed, and the woman gradually could no longer keep her eyes open. The overwhelming pressure pushed her to the brink of collapse, and she began losing consciousness. At midnight, the wild dogs by the door seemed to see something and suddenly fled in panic. The drowsy woman was awakened by a strange noise. In a daze, she thought she saw someone standing in the corner. Believing it to be a hallucination, she tried closing and reopening her eyes, but the figure had already moved toward the bed, wearing a sinister smile.